Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Dr. Vidhi Chawla, and today's video is all about how to eat healthy. I know this is such a big problem with so many people. I have struggled with it and I'm going to talk about it in detail. It is going to be a long video, so I would suggest grabbing a glass of water, cup of chamomile tea, or just any beverage of your choice, and let's get started. So, before I talk about how to start eating healthy, I feel it's important to first address my relationship with food and my diet, because I feel sometimes people can have these preconceived notions that I'm a doctor and I'm a nutritionist and I have a really good diet, and it's easy for me to talk about eat healthy. But that is far from the truth. When I was in college, I think my roommate can vouch for this, but I used to eat a packet of chips every single day, sometimes even two packets, and sometimes two packets and maybe Maggie or something like that. There was no fiber in my diet, there was no salad, there was no protein, it was just carbs, carbs, carbs. It was also because I used to live in a PG. PG ka khana was not that great, it was quite bland, it was cold. So I resorted to processed foods at that time. Also, I was in a medical college, but nobody was talking about the importance of diet in your overall health and well-being. As a doctor, I had absolutely no idea how important my diet is and how eating processed foods every single day is going to affect me. So in 2018, I started reading more about veganism and plant-based diet, and I was so surprised to see that a healthy diet can not just prevent chronic diseases, but it can also cure chronic diseases like hypertension, like high cholesterol levels, like sugar, any other lifestyle disorders. So, when I read so much about the importance of diet, the importance of consuming fiber, the importance of consuming enough antioxidants, the importance of consuming essential vitamins and minerals, I felt that, oh my God, I need to change my diet. And that's when I started changing my diet. In 2018, I started eating healthier. I started building a better relationship with food. I have nothing but good things to say about my food and about my diet. I'm so glad that I made the changes that I made. I have so much energy throughout the day. I feel my concentration and my focus has also gone up. I'm not that distracted as I was in college. I also feel lighter. I'm sleeping better. I have more energy during my workouts. So, I mean, it's a win win, right? Okay, so now let's talk about how you can start eating healthy, and I'm going to give you a cheat sheet for it. First of all, is discover your why. And the reason why I'm saying this first is because a lot of the times when we start something new, like you want to start eating healthy, you're very motivated, you're very driven, and you feel like, yes, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. But what you don't realize is that there are going to be bad days. There are going to be days when you are going to feel emotionally exhausted and you are going to want to depend on food for emotional comfort. There are going to be days when you're going to be very stressed because of work and you don't have the time to cook a meal, so you need something that is already prepared. You forget that there are going to be vacations, events, birthdays, anniversaries, and you are going to fall off track, and that is absolutely okay. But what's important is that you get back on track. So, having a solid why is going to help you stay on track when motivation is not there, when drive is not there, when your situations and circumstances are not in your favor. Second is to start small. Now, I know that you're excited to make a change, you're motivated, you're driven, and you want to make a lot of changes at once. But trust me, it is not going to work. I've been there so many times and I've failed every single time. And that's because you overwhelm your system with a lot of changes. You are going to reduce your efficiency, you're going to increase your burnout, and you're going to fall off the wagon, and then you're going to find it really, really hard to get up and get back on the wagon. So, what I recommend is starting very small. By very small, I mean very small. It could be as little as having one fruit a day. That is obviously if you are not having a fruit every day, which why are you not having it? You should have it. Go get a fruit right now. Go. So, yes, it could be something as small as eating a fruit every day, or maybe soaking some nuts every night before sleeping, and in the morning you can have those soaked nuts. Try to build these habits one top of another. Try to do it very, very slowly. Take your time with it. Don't feel like you're in a rush. Something that I did when I started eating healthy was I picked one recipe. I picked one recipe and I practiced it twice a week, and I did that for I think 6 to 7 weeks until I became a pro at that recipe. And to be honest, initially it took me like 30 minutes to make it. Now it takes 15 minutes. So the more you do something, the better you get at it. And if you are making these changes slowly, you're also increasing your efficiency, you're also increasing your chances of making healthy eating sustainable. Third point is repetition, and I covered a little bit of it in the second point, but you have to keep repeating. You cannot expect to see results. You cannot expect to start eating healthy if you're not going to repeat that habit. Everything in our lives is a habit. Eating healthy, not eating healthy, overthinking, not overthinking, drinking enough water, not drinking enough water, sitting for long hours, staying active throughout the day. So these things really matter. And everything is a habit, and it takes some time to build a habit. जैसे बचपन में ब्रश करने का मन नहीं करता था ना, बट मम्मी मार भी देती थी और गुस्सा करके बोलती थी जाओ ब्रश करके आओ. अब you don't have to think about it twice. You get up, you go to the washroom, and you brush your teeth. That's exactly how healthy eating should be. Fourth is consistency. I think that we need to spend a little bit of time over here. When I say consistency, I don't mean giving your 100% every day. When I say consistency, I mean giving something every single day to your goal. Now, I've talked about this before, but you are going to have days when you're very busy, work is hectic, you don't have the time, you have to go somewhere, some people are coming over, you're not feeling well, your health is not doing great, etc. etc. There are so many things that can happen in your day, and on those days you won't be able to give your 100%, and I don't want you to stress about it. Give your 100% on days it is possible for you. Give your 80% when you can give your 80%. Give your 10% when you can give your 10%. Just give something. Show up. You have to show up for your habit every single day. If you want to start eating healthy, you have to learn to build consistency. You have to learn to stay consistent. All the points are linked to each other, and this is why I talk about starting with one small habit. Because if you create 5 changes in your life at once, it's going to be very hard to stay consistent with all the 5 things. But if you start with one thing, it is going to be very easy for you to stay consistent for just one thing. You can take out the time for one thing, but it is very difficult to take out the time for 5 things again and again, day after day after day. Now, the fifth point, which is also my favorite point, is taking breaks in your diet. Now, I know I have observed something that people live in extremes. या तो लोग बिल्कुल हेल्दी खाते हैं एंड दे आर अफ्रेड ऑफ और दे हेट जंक फूड, या फिर लोग दूसरे एक्सट्रीम्स में होते हैं जहाँ पे पीपल आर ईटिंग प्रोसेस्ड फूड एवरी सिंगल डे. या तो कोई कुकी खा ली, पिज्ज़ा खा लिया, बर्गर खा लिया, चिप्स खा लिए, भुजिया खा लिया, वट एवर चॉकलेट खा लिया एवरी सिंगल डे. एंड आई फील ये दोनों एक्सट्रीम्स में रहते हैं लोग. If you want to make healthy eating sustainable, and by sustainable I mean 10 years later also you are eating a healthy diet, 20 years later also you are eating a healthy diet. If you want to make these habits sustainable, if you want to make healthy eating sustainable, you have to learn to take breaks. आई नो हम सब उस ऑल और नथिंग मेंटालिटी में रहते हैं कि करना है तो सब कुछ ही करना है, वाटर इनटेक भी अच्छा, एक्सरसाइज भी, डाइट भी, जंक फूड नहीं खाएंगे, वॉकिंग मोर ऑल्सो, टाइम पे सो जाएंगे, सब कुछ होगा. और नहीं करेंगे ना तो कुछ भी नहीं करेंगे, ना डाइट है, ना एक्सरसाइज है, ना वाटर है, स्लीपिंग भी नहीं है, स्क्रोलिंग भी है, प्रोडक्टिविटी नहीं है. हम ना ये ऑल और नथिंग मेंटालिटी में बहुत रहते हैं. यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट ऑल और नथिंग मेंटालिटी में यू आर कॉन्स्टेंटली गोइंग टू स्ट्रगल विद गोइंग फ्रॉम वन एंड टू द अदर. आई एम नॉट सेइंग दैट यू नीड टू टेक 2 day break completely and you need to eat junk food for the entire day. No, I mean, maybe Friday night or Saturday night, you can order something, you can enjoy it, you can sit with your family, you can sit with your partner, you can sit with your friends, you can enjoy that. Maybe you can sit with yourself and enjoy some me time, and like you don't have to go to an extreme, you don't have to go to a complete extreme of completely cutting junk food. You don't have to do that. Number 6 is eating a variety of foods. If you follow me on Instagram, you would know that I post very fun, quick, and easy and colorful recipes, because I feel like if my diet is boring, I can't stick with it. I can't stick with it. अगर मैं रोज वही सेम चीज खा रही हूँ, रोटी सब्जी salad, I just feel I'll get bored and I'll just order something. That is why it is so important to have a variety in your diet. That's why it's important to have some nice, interesting recipes that you can quickly make at home that are also healthy. eating healthy goes beyond an aesthetic body. It goes beyond being thin, healthy weight range, having a healthy BMI. It goes beyond that. It goes past that. Healthy eating is about how you feel on the inside. Your energy levels, your mood, your focus, your concentration, your sleep. These are the things that you need to focus on. These are the things that matter more than how you look or how your body looks on the outside. Something that I would also like to add is, don't be so hard on yourself. When we are trying to make changes in our lives, when we are trying to become a healthier version of ourselves, we can sometimes be really, really hard on ourselves. What you're trying to do is basically rewiring your brain. You are changing, you're telling yourself that, okay, so what you've been doing for such a long time is probably not the best for you going forth. And making these changes can be very tough. There is a lot of mental resistance. Our brain is not designed for change, our brain is designed to keep us safe and keep us comfortable. So, whenever you're trying to make a change, there is a lot of mental resistance. And if you are hard on yourself, that change is going to be 10 times more difficult. Change doesn't happen overnight, it takes time. It's a process, it's a journey. So, yeah, enjoy this, love yourself, build more self love. And I will circle back to the first point that I made, is understanding your why, is having a solid why. Why are you interested in eating healthy? Why do you want to eat healthy? And that's where self love comes in. I know I've gone on so many tangents, but that's just how I am. I have touched on so many topics, but I really wanted to just sit and talk about this because I love Instagram and I love short form content, but I feel like there are certain things that I want to talk about in detail. So let me know if you like this video. Let me know what else would you like to see on my channel. Please let me know in the comment section below. I would really, really appreciate it. And I'm also going to be posting every single week. So we'll just cheers to that. 24 is the year in which we start eating healthy. Okay, I said it. And I'm going to teach you how to do that. I'm going to finish this water and you better finish yours, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys. There is lipstick. Now, इतनी अच्छी बात है ना, पानी है मेरे पास. Hit like, subscribe, and I'm very new to this. I don't know क्या बोलते हैं.